Well, I'm Dallas Toler-Wade, guitar and vocals for Nile.
Oh, I'm Karl. I play guitar and do some vocals too.
I guess I started out as a drummer or whatever, very young, and I guess by the time I was 13 or 14, I started getting into heavier music, and I think that's what kind of inspired me to get into guitar. The whole thrash thing and bands like Slayer, Metal Church, Old Flotsam and Jetsam, stuff like that. My family, I have a few musicians in my family, so guitars and basses and stuff are always there. So, I would pick up a bass from time to time and mess around with it, really. But, I wouldn't really classify myself as a bass player, you know what I mean? I would classify myself as a guitar player that, because of the knowledge of the guitar neck, I can do okay with a bass as well. You know what I mean? And just having it in your hands and stuff like that through time, you get used to it.
The Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, classic stuff like that. And then I got real inspired. I discovered Cream with Eric Clapton. And I had a Best of Cream album. And that's when I really learned how to play guitar. Spinning that fucking thing over and over and over. Piles and piles of them. Yeah. And I took a bunch of music theory in high school. I had 3 years of it. But the lessons. Yeah, I had a great jazz teacher. Awesome stuff.
Okay, I've been a big fan of V's for a very long time. And with the Deans, it's more modern feel. The neck is a little thinner. And, the string through the body design and the headstock, I think, gives it a nice tension that's bendable. You can really bend the strings easily. And just the action and the playability of it, and the fact that it has big tone, your Gibson would or whatever. So it's just, that's what it intended to be originally when it came out in 1977, was a faster guitar with the same amount of tone. And that's the reason why I like Deans. Yeah, me and Karl actually turned me on to that. We don't really like having these in the signal path. I mean, these are just for looks. They're not in there at all. These pickups go from here to the jack. I mean, from here to the switch to the jack, and that's pretty much it. We have to use volume pedals or kill switches or whatever. But I'm a firm believer in the more direct your signal, the better.
I think if you can have as little in between your hands and the speakers as possible, it's more of a direct translation. You can really feel it when you dig into the note. As soon as you touch it, it's jumping out of the amp. Yeah, all the effects that I have, like the reverb or delay or whatever, they're after the signal. Like there's a line out of the back of the head, so there's nothing getting in the way. And if you see this guitar, there's no volume knobs. There's nothing. It's just straight wire from there to there. Yeah, and I think it looks cool too. There's no knobs on it. It's just pure work of Dean Zielinski art. Yeah, wow. What fucking cool guitars. I love these things. Yeah, all my guitars do this scallopy thing, kind of like a Ritchie Blackmore, Ulrich Roth kind of thing, where it carves out the wood in between the frets, so you're not actually touching the wood anymore. You're just pressing the string enough to make the string touch the metal fret. And I think it gives you a lot more control over the bends and the vibratos and whatnot. Oh, this is kind of a curious beast. It's a double neck V made by Rob Kaufman at KXK. It's on the top is an 11-string fretless, which I kind of did because I also play a guitar by Godin called the Glissentar. It's a lot of Middle Eastern kind of things going on. And I want to be able to do that kind of stuff, but loud through the Marshall. Yeah. So that's where I got the bastard insane idea to have a fretless 11-string and drop A tuning. Wow. So you can do some really fucking sick shit. Yeah. There's some stuff on the album, actually. Hopefully I'm near in tune. Just came out of the case. the Dead. Yeah. Yeah, like if you want to go. Yeah, it just gets that sound. You can't get it with a fretted guitar. You gotta have the fretless, slide all around. There's all kind of stuff on the record, like Ithyphallic. Yeah. I try to avoid chords as much as possible. Yeah, because it's really tough to keep them in tune. Sometimes I'll do the octaves, and that's pretty easy. But like when Dallas and I are playing together on stage, he's got the fretted and I've got the fretless. It's really a conscious effort for us to keep, the stuff going. Like E the Dead, while I'm doing the fretless thing, he's actually mimicking it with a tremolo bar on one of his other Dean guitars. It's uncanny.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can play that part in Ithyphallic.